Welcome to Tackle Fanatics TV. In this episode, John Roberts and Marc Coulson run you through Waverunner's fantastic Atom bait boat.
So, John Roberts, Waverunner bait boats. We've got the Atom here, which is the middle in the range of 3.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of features on this boat which feature also on the Waverunner and on the Shuttle. Just take me through a few of those, John.
Yeah, it uses electromagnetic hoppers. Again, so the hopper when it drops is very easy to set. Once it's dropped, you just pop that back up. There's no catches involved or anything like that. It uses propellers. It's got 2 nice weed guards here to keep the weed from getting trapped in there. Lights at the rear and at the front. It's got nice big headlights for when you're bringing the boat back. They can be turned on and off by the handset as well.
So you can use it at night as well?
Yeah, use it at night, and it's really visible at long ranges.
And the LEDs on the back, they give you a sense of where it's going when you
send
it out.
Yeah, you can determine which direction it's going forwards and backwards with the colours on the back and at the front as well. Right,
brilliant. Now, show me this ingenious hook release system.
Yeah, this hook release system is on all of the boats in the Waverunner range. It's this little pin here basically, and what you do is your hook just pops in there, and with the weight of the lead hanging behind at the bottom there, once you release the hook mechanism, that will actually fall away from the actual bolt itself, so you can drop the hook bait independent to where you drop the load from the hopper. And
it's really easy to operate?
Yeah, if you push that left hand joystick
literally
left,
just one notch left,
that falls away
and away it goes.
And it just falls down to the bottom.
And equally as simple, the hopper itself, that's just one pop to the right.
Yeah, you just push that right and that drops the hopper, yeah.
Brilliant. So you can actually, you send your hook bait and your bait out independently, or, you know, there's a tactic that everybody seems to latch onto these days. Drop your bait in a nice pile. Everyone thinks that the bigger fish sit off the bait slightly. So actually, you could bring this back a yard or 2 and drop your hook bait down.
Yeah, that's the general idea with it. It's got 2.5 hours battery life to it, so depending upon obviously whether the lights are on and how much bait you're using, you know, it's got a really good battery life.
So more of the features you use, obviously a little bit more power you use. Just coming back to the handset, sorry, just very briefly, it's so easy to use. It might just look a little bit complicated to some people, but as you've just seen, hopper to the right, your hook bait latch to the left, and then this one literally forwards, backwards.
That's right.
A bit of steering.
You can turn the lights off by the handset as well, you know. And what you always got to remember is turn the handset on before the boat, and that's all you need to remember. There's some little notches in the middle of all the handsets you'll see here, and they're the little trims. They're there to be kept central at all times, and you've got a motor trim here, which will allow you to put more power to one of the motors.
Right.
If you're getting any sort of crosswind and things like that, but as long as they're set relatively central, you won't have any problems at all.
Excellent. Now, tell me about this thing where you can't lose this bait boat, can you?
Yeah, it's got a fail-safe mechanism, so if you ever got you're fishing anywhere with bad reception, or the boat was to go out of range, basically what would happen is it would cut one of the motors off, and the boat would turn into a circle, allowing you to pick the signal back up again. Like again, that's standard on all of our bait boats.
So the Atom in the middle, the big lad, which is the Waverunner, and then the more compact boat, the Shuttle, they all have that fail-safe feature.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, as we've said, this is the medium range, medium-sized boat at least. Extremely versatile for UK and abroad, small waters, larger waters. It's kind of all things to all people in terms of a bait boat, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant. Okay, John, so the Waverunner Atom, the middle-sized boat in the range. We're out on the water now. We've got an island, and there's a nice gap in the foliage that runs around the island there. Now, one of the important things to point out with the bait boat is obviously you would never drive it into an unsafe situation.
That's right.
But what we've got, there's an obvious gap there. The fish are obviously going to patrol around the island, but you can get in nice and tight to the island without necessarily going through the foliage itself. So we're going to send it out there, show what it can do. Now, I'm fascinated by this hook bait system, you know, where you can just retrieve or release the hook separately to the bait. We've already filled the popper up with a couple of handfuls of boilie and pellet. Show us how this bit works, and then we'll get it out there.
Yeah, so we're going to just attach it to the pin at the back of the boat, hook release system. So
the weight of the lead's going to keep that in there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not going to pop out.
The weight of the leg's pulling behind the boat, so that's keeping that in place.
And we're in. Bail arm open. Obviously we've seen people make that mistake in the past. They send it out and not open the bail arm, and the old rod follows after the boat.
We're going to turn the handset on now, the boat.
Again, it's nice and quiet, not too much disturbance for the boat. I remember like the early days of bait boats, they seemed to make an absolute racket.
Yeah, they're really, really stealthy nowadays.
So just approaching the island now then, you can see like the real snaggy stuff left and right. You wouldn't put a bait in there, John, it just wouldn't be safe, would it?
That's right.
However, that gap gives you the perfect spot. Carp are going to patrol around that margin, aren't they, on that island? They love islands, don't they, on kind of commercial carp waters. So he's in there, nice and easy now. You can see them lights really visible, aren't they, at the back?
Yeah, that's right.
So the hopper's open, bait's in. Tell you what I've noticed, John, it's a good old speed to it.
Yeah, it is.
It's not going to take you long to get your 3 rods out using one of these, is it?
No, you're surprising how quickly your rods can be in and fishing.
It's a nice powerful motor, as you said, it's the medium size one, the Atom.
Yeah.
Very accessible. It's the real all-rounder in the range, isn't it? You can pretty much do anything in this, UK and abroad.
Yeah, perfect for a lot of different uses. It's nice size, nice weight, and it holds a considerable amount of bait for the size of it.
Brilliant, excellent. There you go. Seen it on the bank, seen it now on the lake. Works absolutely superbly. Waverunner Atom.
Thanks for logging on to check out the Atom bait boat from Waverunner. As you can see, this fantastic little boat is a brilliant all-rounder and is one of Tackle Fanatics' best sellers. If you want to buy a bait boat and you want to make your purchase more affordable, why not use one of our finance packages? For full details, view our finance video on our YouTube channel. Remember, Tackle Fanatics are a bait boat specialist and we stock a huge range of boats from all the leading manufacturers. Why not view our selection at www.tacklefanatics.co.uk?